Hello students, today's topic is on insect taxonomy or insect classification. Taxonomy, it is the study of the principles of scientific classification. In this, we see where insect belongs in the animal kingdom. And we see different orders the insects got classified into. So the animal kingdom is divided into a number of groups called phyla. For example, water phyla, protozoans, which are single-celled animals, Poriferans, sponges, Nematohelminthes, roundworms, mollusks, molluscans, snails, Arthropoda, crayfish, millipedes, centipedes, spiders, and insects. And coming to chordates, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So each phylum is subdivided into classes, and again it is divided into orders. So the classes Hexapoda, which means as insect, the classes are subdivided into orders, like the order Coleoptera consisting of beetles. So there are, within the Hexapoda, there are over 750,000 different species of insects. So what is an insect? The insect, it belongs to the kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta. And it has got various orders. The physical features of an insect consist of the exoskeleton, which is very hard in adults, made up of cuticle. And cuticle is made up of chitinous substance, which consists of 6 legs. That is why insects are known as hexapods, and have 3 parts divided body. Hence, they are known as insects. That means the body is divided or cut into or segmented, which is the meaning of an insect according to Latin. The 3 parts, namely head, thorax, and abdomen, consisting of 2 antennae, which are sensory structures, which are also known as feelers, which have various functions and which are modified in different kinds of insects. And insects are said to be diverse and abundant because they occupy the largest group in Arthropoda, considered to be the Insecta hexapods. The largest class in the phylums Arthropoda is Insecta. And they are abundant, they're present everywhere on earth. They're present in water, on land, even in air. More than 1 million described species of insects. They represent more than half of all living organisms on earth. They have appeared millions of years, hundreds of millions of years ago. And they have survived on this earth because of their features. The features are so available because maybe due to the size of these creatures, because of the morphological and anatomical features, it's got adapted to this environment so well and carrying out various ecosystem functions as well. The study of an insect, as we all know, known as entomology. And the scientists who deal with entomology are known as entomologists. So the phylum Arthropoda, let us check the position of insects in animal kingdom. In animal kingdom, that is in invertebrates. Invertebrates are the animals which are said to be the animals without backbone. In invertebrates, there is a phylum called as Arthropoda, one of the phylum. This Arthropoda is divided into various classes like Onychophora, Crustacea, Arachnida, Hylopoda, Diplopoda, and Insecta. These are different classes of phylum Arthropoda, where Insecta, class Insecta is the largest class among all these. The phylum Arthropoda, they have so called because of the presence of exoskeleton. They do not have bones, but the hard outer covering layer, that is cuticle, the outer part supports the muscles. The appendages are jointed in arthropods. The body is formed of a number of segments in arthropods. They are segmented creatures. So this is a peripatus, crabs, scorpion, millipedes, centipedes, and various insects belonging to class Insecta. So the characteristic features of the class Hexapoda. What are the main characteristic features of the insects? The body. The body is divided into three distinct regions. As we know, it is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Head consisting of antennae, which are in pair of eyes, and they're also called as ocelli, mouth parts, and mouth parts are big, and there are various types in different insects like biting, sucking, stinging, licking, lapping, sponging, etc. Thorax. Thorax is consisting of 3 pairs of legs. Thorax has 3 segments. They are prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. Each segment has 1 pair of legs. You can see here. Each segment has 1 pair of legs. And the different parts of the legs are like coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus. Some insects are legless and they have fewer than 6 legs. Some larvae have leg-like appendages on the abdomen. You can see in this larvae. Often 1 or 2 pairs of wings are present. So you don't find wings in these insects, but you can find in butterflies, right? So and some of them are wingless. And in the abdomen, when you look at the abdominal region, genital opening is present at the tip of the abdomen, the posterior region. No appendages used for moving on the abdomen of adults, except in the smaller, that is primitive insects. Sometimes there are some appendages at the end of the abdomen. So these are the basic features of an insect. When you look at the classification of Hexapoda, that is insects or Insecta, is divided into Pterygota subclasses, Aterygota and Pterygota. So Aterygota, these are primitive wingless insects. Pterygota, what is the meaning of Pterygota? Consisting of wings. These are winged and secondarily wingless insects. They are also called as secondarily wingless insects. The subclass Pterygota is divided into 2 divisions, Exopterygota and Endopterygota. Exopterygota, insects with a simple metamorphosis without pupal stage comes under Exoterygota, where the development of the wings are from outside. Hence, they are also called as exoterygotes. Endoterygota. Here, a complete metamorphosis which includes all the stages of the life cycle of an insect along with the pupal stage. Egg, larva, pupa, imago, adult are present. The insect wings develop within the body, inside the body. They are known as endoterygotes. So what the difference between the endoterygotes and exoterygotes, which belong to terygota, that means winged insects. So here, metamorphosis in insects also plays an important role. So that we have discussed in another subject. So here, when you look at the endoterygotes, exoterygotes, there are different orders here. The subclass Aterygota, which are called as wingless insects, it consists of 4 orders. You can see Thysanura, Collembola, Diplura, Protura. You need to remember the examples for each of the orders. The silverfish belongs to Thysanura, springtails, Collembola, Campoda silverfish, which comes under Diplura, Proteuran comes under Protura. These wingless insects are termed as Aterygotes, which comes under the subclass Aterygotes, and Aterygota consisting of only 4 orders with these examples. The Exopterygota consisting of 8 orders, and the Endoterygota consisting of 8 orders, Exoterygota consisting of 13 orders. So like, what are the 8 orders? Endoterygota, Lepidoptera, example, butterflies, moths, Coleoptera, beetles, Hymenoptera, bees, ants, wasps, Siphonoptera, fleas, Diptera, true flies, mosquitoes. Neuroptera, lace wings, ant lions, Mycoptera, scorpion flies, Trichoptera, caddis flies. And coming to the exoterygotes, these are the different orders like Orthoptera, example, grasshoppers, crickets, Dictyoptera, cockroaches, mantids, Hemiptera, bugs, Homoptera, aphids, plant hoppers, Odonata, dragonflies, Isoptera, termites, Thysanoptera, thrips, Anaplura, sucking lice, Lycoptera, stoneflies, Dermaptera, earwigs, Phasmida, stick and leaf insects, Epimeropterans, mayflies, Malophaga, chewing lice. So 13 plus 8, 21, right? 21 orders are present in pterygotes, whereas 4 orders belong to aterygotes. You people need to remember the examples as well as the orders of this insecta classification. So there are, in this group of insects, there are scavengers, there are herbivores, there are predators, there are phytophagous, which are called as herbivores. There are different groups of insects, different types of insects are present. You need to remember, in general, herbivores, the insects which especially feeds only on the plant matter are known as herbivores, phytophagous insects. So they belonging to family, you need to remember these families. Family Tephritidae, fruit flies, Agromyzidae, larvae or leaf miners, stem and root borers. These belong to herbivores. Scavengers. The scavengers, they clean, they eat the debris, or they eat the debris and the dead matter, or the filthy or the unhygienic matter, making the surrounding clean, and hence they are called as scavengers. They belong to families Drosophilidae, comb-faced flies, Caliphoridae, blowflies, Chiromanidae, Chironomidae, midges, Sarcovidae, flesh flies. So these are said to be scavengers. Some of the insects are termed as predators. So belonging to the family Acylidae, which are called as robber flies. What are predators? They are voracious. They feed on the other insects. So they are predators. So belonging to Bombylidae, bee flies, predators especially have the organs of defense and offense, and they have the organs of poisoning or the organs of sting-like structures, so that they kill the other insects and just they have their meal. So dance flies belonging to Amphibidae, flower flies belonging to Sylphidae, they are all predators. You need to remember the examples. Parasites. Some of the insects act as parasites. They may be ectoparasites or they may be endoparasites as well. They spend their life on other insects for their food or for different purposes, especially for food and breeding. So they are called as parasites, like marsh flies belonging to Chiomyzidae, Boat flies or wabble flies belonging to Ostridae, louse flies belonging to Hippobosidae, parasitoids, and biocontrol agents belonging to Tachinidae. So these are known as parasite insects. So now let's come to some important features with examples of this classification of insects. So, how to identify an insect? We will know after this classification. So, the insects are classified as Ametabola and Metabola. Coming to the Ametabola, that is where complete metamorphosis is not seen. There it is known as Ametabola. So Ametabola, what do you mean by Ametabola? The insects which does not have complete metamorphosis. The insects doesn't have all the stages in their life cycle during their growth and development, which we call it as metamorphosis. That is why they're known as ametamorphic. That means the small young one as well as the adult one resemble in same shape but differ in their size, which means during the growth and development, we don't find changes like egg turning into the larva like caterpillar or pupa or imago, or these stages not found in these insects, where the small and the adult remains the same in shape. So that's why they're called as Ametabola. So Ametabola, as I told you, there are 4 orders in this. So coming to the order Thysanura. Thysanura, they are known as example silverfish, fire bats, bristle tails. The tails are their tails are bristle-like and they're thread-like. It's very fine pointed and hence they are called as bristle tails. Silverfish. Some of the insects of this group are called as silverfish. They are not fish, but they move like fish. Appears in silvery appearance. Hence they are called as silverfish. Fire brats. Some of them emits fire. Not fire, but light emitting. That's why they're called as fire brats. So according to Greek, Taxonomy, which means fringed. Fringed, the body is fringed. Ura means tail. Insects consisting of a filamentous tail with a fringed body are known as Taxonomerans, according to the Greek name. How is the body? The body of these Taxonomerans are relatively flat, tapering. You can see it tapering at the posterior side, of course, tapering anterior antennae are present. The body is often covered with scales. The compound eyes are small in size, or sometimes they are known as ocelli, and sometimes they are absent as well. The antennae, you can see the antennae are thread-like, which are long and they are segmented, multi-segmented. Okay, so abdomen consisting of segments which are 10 in number, and there are anal cerci. These are last segment consisting of anal cerci. So these anal cerci are also present in this Taxonomerans. So, for example, this is a silverfish. Silverfish is also called as lepisma. You can see this insects in, this is also known as bookworm. You can see these insects in the damp places or moist places or old rugs, in the old rugs or in the old books. Especially you can see in the libraries also where the old books are stored. And also you can see in your house also where old shelves and old books and old clothing is present. Okay, so this is about Taxonomerans. Coming to the next order, Diplo. The name Diplo, it is derived from the Greek words Diplo, which means two. Ura means tails. You can see the posterior region consisting of two tail-like structures. That means ura means tails. The last portion is divided into two. That is why it is called as Diplo or Diplora or Diplora or Diplora, consisting of double tail. So how are these animals, these insects? These insects are, they are eyeless arthropods. These are very small creatures without eyes. Okay? They have degenerated, the eyes are degenerated. They are absent, the eyes are absent in these arthropods. They have a pair of long beaded antennae. These antennae are beaded. When you see, observe keenly, you can find beaded structure, which are called as moniliform antennae. So you find moniliform antennae in these insects on the head region. A pair of segmented sensory cerci are present. These are long. The body is, how is the body? Slender. And just when you look at it, it's like a forceps-like appearance. Forceps-like, right? Forceps-like appearance. The tarsi, this tarsus is one segmented. It is single segmented. So tarsi is, sorry, this is not tarsi. The tarsi is present in the legs. The tarsi is one segmented. Got it? Okay. Proteuran. The name Proteuran derived from the Greek word proto, meaning first, which is also called as original, and ura means tail. original tail. The insects with original tail are known as Proteurans, and the tail is in the form of a telson, like telson. That's why their Proteurans are also known as telson-tailed creatures or telson-tailed insects. So here antenna, these insects consist in no antenna. There are no antenna. This first pair of legs, second pair of legs, and third pair of legs. The compound eyes are also absent. Eyes are degenerated. Front legs are forwarded. Front legs are directly forwarded. So because the antennae are absent, these forelegs are acting as sensory in function. That is why they might be in sensory in function. The abdomen is divided into 9 to 12 complete segments. The cerci are completely absent. The cerci and abdominal filaments are entirely absent. This is tail is telson-like tail, original tail-like structure present. Hence, they are known as Proteurans. Got it? Okay. Collembola. They are also known as springtails. Collembolans, the name Collembola is derived from the Greek word kol, meaning glue, embol, meaning wedge. Glue wedged insect, the wedge shaped structure. Excuse me. These insects have compound or simple eyes. Compound and simple eyes. Sorry, compound and simple eyes are absent here. I'm sleepy. Sorry. So compound and simple eyes are absent. The antennae are present on the head, which are filamentous in structure called as filiform antennae. These are called as filiform antennae, consisting of head, small thorax, and large wedge-shaped abdomen. The abdomen is 6-segmented. The body frequently clothed with the scales. 3 pairs of legs are present, wherefore the middle pair and the hind pair of legs are larger when compared to the 4 legs. Okay, so they produce a gluey substance, and the body is wedge-like structure, and that is why they are called as glue-embol insects. So this is about ametabolous insects. Coming to the metabolous insects or metabola. So what are metabola? Metabolans, metabola, the insects which show complete metamorphosis comes under metabola or metamorphic insects. So what is metamorphosis? The growth of an insect from the egg stage to the adult stage, where the insect undergoes transformation in its life cycle in the form of egg, larva, pupa, imago, or ultimately into adults. So such type of growth and development in an insect is called as metamorphosis. And such insects belong to metabola. So there are different orders of insects belonging to metabola. As I said, there are exoterigotes, endoterigotes. So I have placed all the orders here. There are at least 21 orders in Metabola. So let me discuss about this. So Epimeropterans. So what do you mean by Epimeropterans? According to Greek term, Ephemera meaning they're short-lived. Ptera meaning presence of wings. Short-lived winged insects are known as Epimeropterans. Example, mayflies. So you can see these are the mayflies. The mayflies, they live only for hours, not even a day. You can see the structure of the body. It's very small flies with the antennae, short antennae. The antennae are of cetaceous antennae. There are no antennae shown here, seen here. These are the legs. The antennae are very short and they are cetaceous in nature. And they have 4 to 9 pairs of leaf-like, fan-like gills along the sides of the abdomen. They have fan-like gills along the sides of the abdomen. These are the front wings. The front wings are large, triangular. Hind wings are small, fan-shaped structures. Okay. 3 long filaments at rear of abdomen. You can see here at the rear of abdomens, you find 3 long filaments. So these are the characteristic features of mayflies. So these mayflies, one important feature of this is mayflies, they can use, their limbs are highly susceptible to pollution and can be useful in the biomonitoring of water bodies. Remember, this is a very important point of Epimeropterans, especially mayflies. So they determine or monitor the pollution which is present in the water bodies, because the nymphs are highly susceptible to the pollution. So by noting their species, then by noting their presence in the water bodies, we can also monitor the species richness. By noting the species richness of these insects in the water bodies, you can determine the amount of pollution present there. So they act as biomonitoring of water bodies. Okay. And also mayfly nymphs, they serve as hosts for many parasites such as nematodes and also trematodes. And they don't bite, they don't sting, they don't have mouths, because they don't have mouths. The mouth are not well protected, not formed. They don't even eat. They can live with that because they die in a day. Got it? That's why they have very short life. No mouth, they don't eat, they are born and they are dead within a day. Very interesting, right? So next is Odonata. Odonata, these are large animals. Sorry, these are large insects. The Odonata, this also comes under flying insects. So these include dragonflies and damselflies. You can see the pictures over here. So they are evolved in the early Mesozoic era. Okay. So the giant dragonflies of the Carboniferous period are no longer placed in Odonata, but included in the other groups. And regarding this dragonflies, the Greek, according to Greek, the odonata meaning tooth. That means they're having strong teeth found in the mandibles of most of the adults. They have short antennae which are cetaceous in nature, The eyes are large, which are said to be compound eyes, consisting of two pairs of wings, which are membranous in nature. They are large wings. Dragonflies, they have chewing mouth parts. Okay. And these are globally distributed from the tropics, and they are most numerous and varied. And especially they belong to the forests of Siberian forests and North America. They're much found, and they're also found throughout the southern hemisphere, except Antarctica region. And their legs are large, and the legs are used either as a basket for catching the prey or as grapples for climbing to emergent vegetation. Okay, so this is about I'm telling you in very short. Okay, this is because this is comes under the classification. I'm just giving you the important features of each of the order. Why why is a dragonfly? This is a dragonfly, right? Why dragonfly is known as dragonfly? Why the name? I'll tell you. So dragonfly, this name is given by the Romanian. It is from the Romanian word for devil was drac. Okay, drac means devil according to Roman word. But the drac was also the Romanian word for the dragon. He thought that Romanian person, thought that eventually the Romanian name for the devil fly was erroneously translated into the English as dragonfly. And from that, it is evolved in the form of dragonfly, which means that, have you understood? Dragon, which means devil fly, which is a Romanian word. As a Romanian person, he gave this name as a dragonfly. So even drag means devil, dragon, it's called as dragon in Romanian. So the devil's fly is translated into dragonfly because dragon is known as devil over there. Got it? Okay, that is the story of dragonfly. Next is Plecoptera. Plecoptera. Pleco means folded, and ptera means the wings which are folded, or the wings which are pleated. Here you can see in this fly, the hind wings are pleated, which are folded over here, and that is why these are called as Plecopterans. And examples are stoneflies. The antennae, when you look at it, they're long and filiform in nature, and the front wings are long and narrow. The body is flattened. It is also flattened and narrow. Okay. Grilloblatoidea. Grilloblatoidea. These are called as rock crawlers or icebergs. According to the Greek word, grill means cricket and blata means cockroach. So these Grilloblatoidea especially consists of the crickets and cockroaches. So cockroach like insects. So here the antennae, you can see in this the antennae are slender, filiform in nature with the chewing mouth parts. The body is cylindrical with segments. The tarsi is also segmented. Here this is the tarsi which is segmented. The legs consisting of tarsal portion which is segmented into 5 segments. The secondarily, they are wingless. Though they are winged creatures, the secondarily they are considered to be wingless. So these are next are the Orthopterans. So Orthopterans are the insects with folded wings. They comes under the Orthopterans, especially the winged folded like fans under the forewings. You can see the wings are folded here like a fan under the forewings. And what are the insects comes under this? Grasshoppers, crickets, cockroaches, walking sticks, locusts, praying mantids. These are all the insects. You can see these insects were collected and mounted, right? These insects were collected and kept in a box. And these, you can see the cricket, these locusts, this is the locust, these are the walking stick insects. And so you can see mantids. Where are the mantids? There are no mantids here. Okay, praying mantids, locusts, walking sticks belong to Orthopterans. Cricket, this is a cricket. So Orthopterans, especially consisting of grasshoppers, locusts, crickets, and katydids. In Greek, ortho means straight and ptera means wing. The wings are straight, arranged in a straight form. That's why they're called as Orthopterans. The antenna or filiform in nature. The body is slender, thickened. Front wings fold back over the abdomen. So the front wings fold back over the abdomen to protect membranous hind wings. So the hind wings are protected by the forewings, which are covered on the body, and they're in the form of a straight. And they consist, these especially consists of, these insects consist of chewing mouth parts. The hind legs, you can see the robustic hind legs, right? Fore legs, mid legs, and hind legs are very well built here for leaping and jumping mechanisms. And this is the feature of this in Orthopteran insects. Next is Phasmidans. Phasmida. The Phasmida, they are called as walking sticks or stick insects or leaf insects. You can see this insect. Stick, it is present, it is standing on the wooden material, which is resembling the wooden material only, which is looking like a stick only, right? These insects, that means the natural protective body mimicry is present. The behavior of this body is, they're naturally born like this, which are blended into the environment, so that they can be easily protected from the enemies, assuming that this insect to be a stick, or because it has merged with the background, which is it is present. In this, the antennae are very short and filiform. Mouthparts are present in the form of chewing type. The body, you can see the body is long, cylindrical. Mesometathorax or is also long, stick-like. The stick insect, while broad, wherein it is broad in the leaf insect. It is stick insect. It is not at all broad here. The thorax is broad in the case of leaf insects. I have not shown you the leaf insects here, but in the leaf insect, the thorax is broad. Whereas in this leaf insect, it is the complete body is very narrow. It is in the form of a stick-like. Okay, the walking sticks, stick insects, leaf insects belonging to Phasmida. Dermaptera. Dermaptera. These are also known as earwigs. So according to the Greek, derma, which means skin, and ptera, which means wings. So the wings are just attached, completely attached to the, tightly attached to the skin. That's why they are called as the body, the skin-like wings. The wings are in the form of a skin because they're attached to the body in the form of a skin only. That's why they're known as Dermapterans. Example, this is an earwig. These are nocturnal in nature, which means they're very active during the night. The mouth parts are of chewing type, and the antennae, you can see the antennae. The antennae are very long and filiform in nature, and the forewings are short. You can see the forewings. These are the forewings, which are short. They are thick. They are thick, right? They're very thick and cutaneous in nature and veinless. There are no veins on the wings, and they are leathery in texture. The forewings are short, thick, without veins, and leathery and short. The hind wings, these are the hind wings, which are membranous, and they're folded under the forewings. They're attached to the body. Okay, that's why they're known as Dermapterans. Example, earwigs. Ambioptera. They are called as web spinners or embids. So according to Greek, embio, which means lively, and terra means wings. The insects which are lively with the presence of wings are known as Ambiopterans. Okay, so these insects, example, embids, these are called as embids. They spin in the form of a web, and that's what they're called as web spinners. And you can see long, slender, filiform antennae present on these insects. The mouthparts are of chewing type of mouthparts. Even the mouthparts are also can be strongly built. You can see the mouthparts here in the form of a chelicerae, right? And the mouth parts is chewing type, and the legs consisting of tarsi. You can say tarsi, which is three segmented. It consisting of silk glands, because you can see the web here. Can you see the web here? This is the web. It is woven. It is a silk web is woven. Hence, it consisting of silk glands also, and the legs. And the cerci are present. These are the anal cerci, which are not symmetrical in nature. They are seen to be asymmetrical in nature. The wings are membranous wings. The membranous wings and the four wings are covering the hind wings are present in this insects. These are the Ambiopterans. Example, web spinners or embids. Got it? Okay. Dictyoptera. Dictyopterans means cockroaches, water bugs, mantids belong to Dictyopterans. So there also the name Blatodia is derived from blata, the Greek word for cockroach. Cockroaches and the Blatodians, these are all come under Dictyoptera. So the Blatodia is derived from the Greek word for cockroach. Blata means cockroach. So these cockroaches especially comes under the Dictyopterans. Not only cockroaches, but also the water bugs and mantids comes under the Dictyopterans. And when you look at the body of his body, the antennae is very slender and filiform in nature, and head and thorax is covered by the large plate of the exoskeleton, that is the pronotum. This is the head. The thorax is very short. This is abdomen is very long, and the head and thorax is covered by this head and thorax is covered by the protected exoskeletal structure, which is called as a pronotum. And these are the wings. The front wings are thickened, and the hind wings are membranous or plated. And you can see the veins also, pleated wings, which are present in this cockroach. And the wings are membranous and pleated, and the legs are slender, and they're cursorial, that is helpful in moving, and so that is running. Especially they run very fast. Cursorial kind of hind legs are present. I mean, all the legs are same type, and they're cursorial, especially helpful in running. And there is a stylus which is present, the anal styles, which are present in the ninth segment. Okay, so this is about the Dictyopterans, which are cockroaches. So Isopterans. So Isopterans are especially the termites or white ants belong to the Isopterans. Isopterans meaning equal terra, equal wings. Wings are of equal size are called as Isopterans. So example, these are the termites or white ants. You can see the head is large and cylindrical, or small and round in shape. When compared to the body, the head is large only here. This cylindrical in shape, the body is cylindrical in shape. And antennae, you can see the moniliform or beaded antennae over here. And the eyes are large, well developed with compound eyes. 2 pairs of membranous wings are present. So in termites, not all the insects consist of wings. That too in breeding season, in some of the castes of the insects only you find wings. The wings are not found throughout the life also. Some of the insects have wings during the breeding time. So especially in the Isopterans, you find wings during the breeding time. The kings and the queen groups, they consist of wings, whereas the other groups, they doesn't consist of wings. But the other groups, they consist of wings during the breeding time, but later on they are shed off. Okay, so this is about 2 pairs of membranous wings are present, which are similar in size and shape, and that's what they call as isopterans. So this is about the termites. So Zoroptera. Zoropterans means they are angel insects. So when you look at these insects, they are very glistening white, and zor, they have derived the name from the Greek. Zor means pure, and Aetera means they're wingless. So they are the secondary, they're wingless. They doesn't have wings, but still they are kept under these metabolans due to their metamorphosis. And the zor means they're very pure to look at without wings, and they're angel-like angel-like appearance. Hence, they're called as angel insects or zoropterans. And you can see beaded antennae here. The beaded antennae are called as moniliform antennae, which is the antennae are 9 segmented. And with the chewing mouth parts are present, which are 9 mouth parts are chewing, and wings are absent with reduced venation. If present, that means we call these insects as secondarily wingless creatures, which means in their one of the stages in their life cycle they found wings, otherwise they don't have wings, but they are not completely wingless. That's why they're placed under a metabola. Okay, so even if when the wings are present, it is in the form of reduced venation. So you can the legs are also well seen, and the stylus is long stylus, and short you can see segmented cerci. Unsegmented, short unsegmented cerci are present in this stages. Okay. Okay. So next is the, till now I have told you, right, Zoropterans. So there are many groups, there are many orders to cover. I'll tell you later. So till now, till today, I told you about, till where I have told you, I've covered, yeah, Lepidopterans I need to cover, yeah, Orthoptera, Dictyoptera, so all put together, some only a few I have covered today. So I will complete by tomorrow again in the next class, the complete classification. Okay, so we have studied about the Ametabola today. So Ametabola consisting of Thysanura, Diplura, Proteuran, and Columbola, right? Only 4 orders in Ametabola. In Metabola, we have studied today about Epimeroptera, mayflies, or Odonata, damselflies and dragonflies, Lycoptera, stoneflies, Grylloblattoidea, rock crawlers or icebergs, Orthoptera, that is grasshoppers, locusts, Phasmida, walking sticks, leaf sticks, Dermaptera, earwigs, Ambioptera, embeds, Dictyoptera, cockroaches, Isoptera, termites and white ants, and Zoroptera, angel insects. There are still more orders to cover, so we will complete in the next class. Okay. Until then, I remain.